What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we're doing a playthrough of Night of the Phantom Ghoul, designed and illustrated by Alex Clay. Guys, I've got a tutorial and playthrough up of Night of the Phantom Ghoul on the channel, so if you want to learn all the details of how to play the game, be sure to check that video out, or hang out with me here in today's video, and you'll probably pick up on it pretty quickly, guys. So, we're going to keep the spookiness going with Night of the Phantom Ghoul, guys, with better time to play this. Very, very cool stuff. It says you find yourself stranded at a spooky old mansion on a dark and stormy night. Inside, the house guests are murdered, one after another. The killer is a sinister, masked figure known only as the Phantom Ghoul. Can you unmask the Phantom Ghoul, or will you become his next victim? We're not going to be becoming anybody's next victim, guys. We're going to unmask this dude Scooby-Doo style. Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and get everything shuffled up. We got the Phantom deck here. We're going to shuffle them up. We've got the Manor deck. We're going to shuffle them up, and we're going to deal out 12. So each time you go through the Manor deck, it's pretty cool. There's 20 Manor cards, I believe, and you get 12 of them each time you go through. When you run out, you shuffle them up, and you deal out another 12 to go through. So it's different each time, which is really cool. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so it is 20. So we've got our deck of Manor cards here, and we'll set these ones over here to form a little discard pile off to the side. And just so I remember, don't get confused, you know what, I'm going to put them sideways like that. And then we've got item cards. We're also going to start the game with one of these. We get a random item to begin the game with. Let's get these nice and mixed and see what we get. We've got a Jovial Record. I haven't seen this card before. I thought this was supposed to be a party. Perhaps some music would lighten the mood. Use this item with gramophone. Okay, we don't have that. For you, -3 fear. If you're playing with other players, they would get -1 fear. We're all by our lonesome. And then return to the item deck and shuffle. So we need the gramophone in order to use this, and we can discard it and then reduce our fear by 3. So that's pretty cool. Not the greatest item to start with, to be honest, but it's okay. It's probably really good in a group setting too, because everybody would get -1 fear. Unless I think you're actually, no, it's actually not good, because you're competing against the other players in this game. From what I remember, you're trying to reach 8 clues before anybody else does, so yeah, this card's actually better solo. Okay, we'll take it, we'll take it. Maybe we'll find the gramophone along the way. Also, we're starting with the dark and stormy night. Thunder rumbles in the distance, but the bright lights inside the manor bring you comfort. It says while this card is face up, you may use items to reduce fear. If it's flipped to the other side, you can't. It says, but if the lights go out is drawn, flip over this card. Then we've got the secret passage, which is currently closed. It says, how does the Phantom Ghoul come and go unseen? You can attempt to open the secret passage on your turn by making a find a clue roll, difficulty 9, which means you would roll both of these dice, and you'd have to roll 9 or higher. And it says if successful, you flip the card over and you gain a clue. And then lastly, there is the Phantom Ghoul. Who is the Phantom Ghoul? This masked murderer is killing off the house guests one by one. Will you be his next victim? The first player to gain 8 clues may flip over this card and win the game. So that's the goal. We're trying to gain 8 clues in order to unmask the Phantom Ghoul, again, Scooby-Doo style, and win the game. We've got our victims here that are in this manor with us at this big house party. We've got Jack Carraway, the star tennis player. We've got Annabelle North, the wealthy socialite. We've also got Tallulah Rivers, the silent movie actress. We've got Sir Lionel Haggard, the big game hunter. Margot LaRue, the maid. And Dashiell Willard, the butler. And we're playing as this dude over here looking like freaking Inspector Gadget. We've got 0 fear to start and 0 clues to start. If we ever reach the skull, we lose the game. If we're ever in the red zone and we draw, there's 2 particular cards. I can't remember what they're called. We'll know them when they see them. It's like the Phantom Strikes and Scene of the Crime, I think they're called. If we draw either of those when we're in the red zone, we lose the game and we get killed by the Phantom Ghoul. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Also, it's worth noting too that in addition to drawing a manor card once per turn, we can choose to either try to open the secret passage or get the lights back on if they're turned off. So there's the little mini refresher and mini tutorial. Let's go ahead and hop into it, guys. So we're going to flip over a manor card and see what we've got here. We've got a spooky portrait. The glare of the ring light is destroying me. It says if I lay it flat like that, it's just white. So I got to tilt it a little bit. Spooky portrait. The eyes, oh yeah, I like this one. This is creepy, dude. The eyes of that old family portrait seem to follow you around the room. You can't shake the eerie feeling that you are being watched. Roll 1 die. Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll. We got a 1. 1 to 3. Gain +1 fear. Okay. That would make me afraid. That would freak me out for sure. So then we'll go ahead and set this over this way in the discard pile. Nice. We can also try to go through the secret passage once per turn, so let's try. So we're going to try to make a find a clue roll. We need to roll 9 or better, and we did not get it. We rolled a 4. All right, we're going to keep on going. We're going to draw another manor card, and we got lightning. The storm outside is doing nothing for your shattered nerves. A sudden flash of lightning makes your heart pound. Roll 1 die. Okay, we got a 2. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you gain 1 fear. Okay, so our fear is slowly creeping up. We're going to try to find that secret passage once again. Surely one of these books on this shelf must open the shelf, right? An 8. So close. I thought I heard a clicking sound. It wasn't it. That wasn't it. All right, that was just my jaw. I was clenching it so tight from the fear. Let's go ahead and flip the next card. We got a roaring fire. Let me add another log. That will cheer everybody up. Just the thing for a dreadful night like this. -1 fear for all players, but you may not reduce any fear if the lights go out is active. Okay, the lights go out is not active, so we get to remove 1 fear, so that's good. Very nice. And we're going to keep snooping around for that secret passage, guys. And we rolled a 5. We did not find it. Rolling a 9 is pretty tough. What do we got up ahead? Let's split up. Yeah, that's a good idea. That always pans out. You decide to separate and search the house for clues. All players may either find a clue with difficulty 8 or draw 2 items and choose 1. I think I'm actually going to draw 2 items and choose 1. So let's go ahead and draw. We've got a hidden switch. Okay. Maybe that's the book I'm looking for. Or a fingerprint kit. Let's check out the hidden switch. It says you discover which dusty volume operates the secret door in the library. If the secret passage is closed, use this item to automatically open it and gain a clue. Then return to the item deck and shuffle. That's actually pretty sweet, dudes. Or the fingerprint kit. It says, aha, gain +1 to all find a clue rolls while this item is in your inventory. Very good. Or you can use for -1 fear and then return to the item deck and shuffle. Very similar to a lot of the items in the item deck. I think I kind of want to go with the fingerprint kit because I really like gaining the +1 to finding a clue rolls. I think getting this for the long run is going to pay off better than being greedy and just getting the instant gratification of getting a clue now. So we're going to discard this. I'm going to discard it to the bottom of the item deck. You know, I'll discard it face up. That way, if we ever reach it, we'll know that we've gone through the whole deck and we need to shuffle it up. Okay, cool. We can only hold 3 items in our inventory at a time. So we've got a fingerprint kit, and currently we've got the jovial record. Again, we need that gramophone in order to use it. We're only at 1 fear right now, so we're not too worried about that. And we can try to open up the secret passage as well. So let's try to open it up. And we got 6. That would have been cool if we also would have opened it up. I wouldn't have felt so bad about throwing away that item. So it's all good, though. We'll get it. We're going to keep going. We've got face to face. You have an up-close and personal encounter with the Phantom. Roll 1 die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We rolled a 4. If you roll a 1 through a 4, you gain +1 fear and draw a Phantom card. Yikes. Okay, so we go to 2 fear, and we've got to draw our first Phantom card of the game, guys. What is it going to be? The Phantom strikes. One of the guests has vanished. They were last seen in the library. Where could they be now? Flip a victim to the RIP side. All players gain 1 fear. My goodness, guys, our fear is going up like crazy. So yeah, if we'd be in the red zone right now in fear, we would die whenever this card gets played. But one of the victims is going to die. And you know what? Just for fun, we're going to roll. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and see who randomly gets taken out here. 6. Oh man, it's the Shield Willard, the butler. Rip. He gets killed. He has vanished. We don't know where he went. We can only assume the Phantom Ghoul has got to him, guys. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle this Phantom card back into the Phantom deck. Like so. There we go. Nice. And we're going to try to open up the secret passage. And we rolled an 11. Let's go, guys. Heck yeah. So we go ahead and gain a clue. Our first clue of the game. Let's go, finally. Get 1 clue. We need 8 of them to win. And then we flip this card over. Secret passage open. You have found the entrance to the secret passage. What horrors wait for you inside? You may now come and go as you please, but if Vanishing Act is drawn, flip over this card. Okay, so we're going to keep on going. We found the steamer trunk. You find some useful items inside an old steamer trunk while exploring the secret passage. You can only play this card if the secret passage is open. That is perfect timing. Draw 2 items and choose 1. Okay, we'll draw 2 items and choose 1. We got a cup of tea. A refreshing brew to help calm your nerves. Use for -2 fear, then return to the item deck and shuffle. Okay, that's pretty good because we've got a lot of fear right now. Or the flashlight. You can use this to illuminate the dark corners of the manor. Gain +1 to all find a clue rolls while this item is in your inventory. Or you can use it to skip drawing a Phantom card and then shuffle into the item deck. That is actually really, really good, but I'm going to grab the cup of tea. So we're going to discard the flashlight. I'm going to grab the cup of tea, and I'm actually going to use it right now to get -2 fear. So we'll just go ahead and discard it. We'll sip that down real quick. We chug that real quick. We're down to 1 fear. Very nice. And we no longer need to try to open the secret passage because it is open. Now we've got locked in. Somebody has locked you in the broom closet. If this is some prankster's idea of a joke, it's not very funny. Roll 1 die. 6. 5 and 6, you find a useful item in here. Draw an item card. Hey, that's actually really cool. Okay, so we get an item card. Let's see what it is. Tweezers. What do we have here? Gain +1 to all find a clue rolls while this item is in your inventory, or use it for -1 fear, and then return to the item deck and shuffle. So basically the exact same thing that the fingerprint kit does, as far as I could tell. Yeah, it's exactly the same. We'll take it though. We get +1 to find a clue rolls. And let's keep on exploring the manor. We're getting kind of close to the end of the deck here. We found the gramophone, dude. There's a gramophone in the corner of the room. Who's in the mood for some music? All players. If any player has the jovial record in their inventory, they may play it on the gramophone to reduce fear. Oh, but we don't have room for it. Yeah, that kind of sucks, actually. I wonder if we can use it. I feel like we'd be able to use it, right, guys? I feel like we'd be able to use the record. We're going to do it. We're going to use the record and this. Alex, let me know down in the comments below, dude, if you happen to be watching. I'm going to use the record and say that we can play it on the gramophone and discard both of them, and we're going to get -3 fear. That seems like it makes sense to me. Like, it's just sitting on a table, right? Why wouldn't we be able to put the record on it? I'm gonna go with that. Blast me in the comments below. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Overheard gossip. You overhear a part of a private conversation between 2 of the other guests. Could this shed some new light on the Phantom Ghoul's motive? Find a clue, difficulty 8. We got to roll a 6 because we get +1 from each of the tweezers and the fingerprint kit right here. So we need a 6 or better. And we got it with the 7. Very nice. So we find a clue. And dudes, we're up to 2 clues. Let's go. We overheard some juicy gossip. Very good. Let's keep on going. We're getting very close. Let's compare notes. You all decide to compare your notes to see if there are any clues you may have missed. All players may either find a clue or draw an item card. I'm good with my item cards. We're going to find a clue. Difficulty 7. For us, it's 5 because we get +1 for each of our items. We need 5 or better. And we got 9, and we find another clue. Guys, we're going full-on Sherlock Holmes mode right now. We're finding all the clues. Let's go. We've geared up. We're ready to find clues. The Phantom's Lair. You encounter the Phantom Ghoul while exploring the secret passage. He hasn't noticed you yet. You can only play this card if the secret passage is open. It is. Find a clue, difficulty 9. Okay, we need a 7. We need a 7. Ooh, and we got it with 11, guys. On a failure, we would have gained a fear and drawn a phantom card. Instead, we get to find a clue, and we're up to 4. Dude, that's 3 clues in a row? And here we go, last card. Thorough search. You spend some time rummaging through drawers, hoping to find something of value. All players may either find a clue or draw 2 items and choose them. We're going to find a clue again. Difficulty 9. We need 7 or better with the tweezers and the fingerprint kit. And we got it with a perfect 12, dude. We get another clue. 4 in a row. What a way to end that round. Oh my goodness, guys. We're at 5 clues. We just need 3 more. Okay, we're going to shuffle up the manor cards here. I wonder if I can give these a little riffle shuffle. There's very few cards. Not very well. Not very well. We'll just shuffle them like this. We'll do this number 2. There we go. Yeah, guys, that was good, man. That was a really good round right there. We found a bunch of clues at the end. Give it a couple more little overhand shuffles. There we go. Okay, let's keep on going, guys. Let's see if we could finish this out, dudes. We've only lost 1 guest so far. The lights haven't gone out all game. Oh, you know what? We got to deal out 12. Since I just saw this card, this will be the first one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll put these over here in a discard. There we go. So this would have been the first one either way. Bats. You are startled by a flock of bats. Is it a flock? I think I said this the other time I played this game. Is it a swarm of bats? Either way, you're startled by a flock of bats while exploring the secret passage. You can only play this card if the secret passage is open. And it is. Roll 1 die. Oh no, it just fell off the table. Hold on, guys. Hold on. There we go. I got it. We got to roll 1 die. 6. Gain 0 fear. I like that. That's about as well as that could have gone because we would have gained fear otherwise. Very, very good. We're going to keep exploring. Thorough search. Once again, you spend some time rummaging through drawers, hoping to find something of value. All players may either find a clue or draw 2 items. We're going to try to find a clue. Difficulty 9. We need a 7 or better with our 2+1 to clue roll items, and we rolled Snake Eyes, and we find absolutely nothing. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Another steamer trunk, guys. We're getting pretty lucky. You find some useful items inside an old steamer trunk while exploring the secret passage. You can only play this card if the secret passage is open. Draw 2 items and choose one. Okay, we're going to draw 2 items. We get the pipe, and we get the tasty dog treat. The pipe says, I just need a quiet think. Gain +1 to all find a clue rolls while this item is in your inventory, or use for -1 fear and then return to the item deck and shuffle. Yeah, I'm just going to make like a little tiny minor criticism of the game. I like the game. Like, I really do. It's a fun little game. I do kind of wish that some of the items didn't all do the exact same thing. It's like they're basically different in name and flavor text only. I guess there's only so much you can do. To be fair, there's not very many moving parts, so there's not too many things that you can tinker with, so I do understand. And I guess it's just thematically cool to get different items, but a lot of them basically just do the exact same thing. And then we got the tasty dog treat. Yum. Feed to the crime-solving dog to automatically succeed in a find a clue roll. See, this is cool. I like this. This is different. Or you can eat it for -2 fear. After either action, return to the item deck and shuffle. So it still gets rid of fear, but it gets rid of more fear. So this is a very unique item. I like this. We're going to take the pipe, though. I won't complain that we're getting +3 to our find a clue rolls. I will say that. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, it does say return to the item deck and shuffle. That's only if you use it, though, I would imagine. So, yeah, we're going to draw 2 and choose one. In that case, I believe that we would discard it in that case. So we'll put that over there. And let's go ahead and draw. And again, to be fair, like I said, I like the game. It's just, you know, a little minor criticism. But again, as a game designer myself, I get it. Like, I'm thinking of it from a game designer's point of view. There's not too much going on in the game. It's very simple. So it's probably quite a challenge to try to come up with items that affect different things. I mean, you've only got fear and clue as like your 2 little stats on your card, you know what I mean? And there's only a couple of other decks, so I get it. I get it. It's not a big deal. It's just a little minor thing. We've got locked in. Once again, dude, who's doing this? Somebody has locked you in the broom closet. If this is some prankster's idea of a joke, it's not very funny. Roll 1 die. Let's go ahead and roll. We got a 1. Gain +1 fear. Okay, so we gain 1 fear. And we're going to set that over that way. Let's keep exploring. Suit of armor. This is cool, dudes. As an aside, this like randomly popped up. This is totally like a little tangent I'm about to go on, but it reminds me of this. It randomly popped up in my YouTube video feed. There's something called AMMA. It's Armored MMA. And it's dudes dressed as knights in armor, like beating the crap out of each other. Dude, it's freaking crazy. I've been watching it the past couple days. It's pretty cool, man. It's cool because like all the UFC stuff, you know, if you're into that, that's cool. I used to watch that when I was younger, but to be honest with you guys, I don't like seeing these dudes like getting the absolute crap beat out of them, and like these guys must get concussions and stuff. Like I can't even watch it, dude. Like I can't even watch it. I think I've got like PTSD or something from it, from being in a couple car accidents a couple years ago and it like affecting my health as much as it has. So it's like I can't watch these guys like do that to themselves. But with the armored MMA, it's like dudes dressed up as knights, which is freaking awesome because I love that kind of stuff. And they're wearing literally like steel armor. So like they're not really getting hurt. Like they don't get all bloodied and hurt. And it's like based on a point system. And, you know, it's still pretty like, you know, cool. Like they're still fighting and like hitting each other and stuff. And like they use swords and axes and all kinds of stuff. It's cool, guys. Check it out. Check out AMMA. You might watch it and be like, this is lame, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool. And again, the guys aren't getting like brutally hurt. You don't have to get concussions for it to be, you know, fun to watch. So yeah, check it out, man. We've got suit of armor here. The medieval armor is meant for decoration, but somebody is using it for a death trap. Roll 1 die. Go ahead and roll. We got a 4. I also really appreciate the proper usage of the word die in this game. 3 and 4. Some of you will know what I'm talking about, what I'm referencing. 3 and 4. Draw a phantom card. Uh-oh. We draw a phantom card. The lights go out. It was bound to happen, guys. Is this just a power outage or something more sinister? Keep this card face up on the table. Flip the dark and stormy night to the fuse box side. Players cannot reduce fear while the lights go out is active. Okay, so we're going to keep that active. We're going to flip this to the fuse box side. It says, let's get these lights back on. You may attempt to restore the fuse box, or you may attempt to restore the power rather, on your turn. You roll 1 die, and then you see what happens. Okay, so we can do that once per turn, much like we were able to do with the secret passage earlier. So we'll go ahead and shuffle this back into, oh, I'm sorry, this is not a phantom card. We won't shuffle that. We'll put that right there in the manor discard pile. And we're going to try to get the fuse box back one. So let's roll 1 die. We rolled a 4, 1 through 4. The lights are still out. Okay, no good. We're roaming around in the dark. Maybe we can grab a candle or something so we can see. We got let's compare notes. You all decide to compare your notes to see if there are any clues you may have missed. All players may either find a clue or draw an item card. Difficulty 7. For us, it's difficulty 4 because, guys, we got tweezers, fingerprint kit, and pipe. That's the trifecta, dude. You can't lose with those. Let's go ahead and roll. Can you imagine if we would have? We got a 7 and we find a clue. Guys, we're at 6 clues. Let's go. We're going to try to get those lights back on. We need a 5 or 6 to be successful, by the way. We got a 5. Success. Flip this card and return the lights go out to the Phantom deck. Nice. So the lights are back on, which means that we can reduce our fear once again. And we'll shuffle the lights go out card back into the Phantom deck. Cool. Most of the guests are still alive, which is good. Let's keep on going. And we don't know what happened to Dashiel. We didn't actually see him die. He just vanished. We've got the Roaring Fire. Let me add another log. That will cheer everybody up. Just the thing for a dreadful night like this. -1 fear for all players. Okay, good. And we can actually do this because the lights are back on. Because it even says, but you may not reduce any fear if the lights go out as active. But it's not. We got them turned back on. So we get to reduce our fear down to 0, dudes. We are killing it right now. Let's keep on going. The Phantom's Lair. You encounter the Phantom Ghoul while exploring the secret passage. He hasn't noticed you yet. You can only play this card if the secret passage is open. Find a clue, difficulty 9. For us, it is 6. We need 6 or better. And we didn't get it, guys. On a failure, you gain 1 fear. And you draw a Phantom card. Yikes. Okay, so we've got to draw a Phantom card. What is it going to be? Vanishing Act. Uh-oh. The Phantom Ghoul disappeared from this room. It's as if he can walk through walls. Like a ghost. If the that's what it says on the card. Dude, is that like Scooby-Doo or something? If the secret passage is closed, all players gain +1 fear. But if it is open, flip the secret passage to the closed side. Oh, so he goes through the secret passage and he closes it up behind him. We're going to shuffle this back into the Phantom deck. And we're going to try to open the secret passage because we can do that once per turn. Let's try to open it. We need a 9 or... Oh, it's a find a clue roll. We need 6 or better. We got our tweezers, dude. We need 6 or better. Boom, we got 7. It's open. And when you open it, you find a clue, I believe, right? Secret passage. You find the secret passage. Come and go as you please. Does it say that you find a clue? I believe it does. You can attempt to open it. If successful, flip this card and gain a clue. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for closing it, Mr. Phantom Ghoul. That actually helped a lot. Guys, we need 1 more clue and we win the game. Can we find it? Peepholes. You discover that the Phantom Ghoul has been spying on you from within the walls of the manor. You can only play this card if the secret passage is open. It is. Find a clue. Difficulty 7. For us, it's 4, guys. This is it right here. We got it with 8. Boom, dudes. We hit 8 clues, and we have beat the game. We've beat the game, guys. We've identified the Phantom Ghoul. We're going to go ahead and flip this card over. And, of course, the Ghoul unmasked. Tearing off the Phantom's mask, you discover that the butler did it. Dashiel Willard was the Phantom Ghoul this whole time. If Dashiel is RIP, he cleverly faked his death to clear himself of any suspicion. That is very cool. That is very thematic. That's exactly what he did. He slipped out earlier on. We thought he got by the Phantom Ghoul, but he was actually the Phantom Ghoul going around trying to kill everybody, and he's really bad at it. He killed no one. So let's freaking go, guys. That was amazing, dudes. There was a playthrough of Night of the Phantom Ghoul by Alex Clay. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, dudes. Really, really neat little game, especially very fitting to play during October when it's spooky season and Halloween is right around the corner. It's very thematic. And it's cool, man. It's cool. I highly recommend picking this one up. There will be a link down below in the description if you want to grab this one. It's also a very light game and a great way to introduce solo tabletop games and Mint Tin games to your friends and family. They could play along with you. There's a multiplayer mode where you're competing against each other to try to gain clues before anybody else does, which I feel like the game would really shine more so in that setting. It's pretty fun as a single-player game. I don't feel like it has a ton of replay value as a single-player game, so it's still worth playing. It's still fun and it's still worth playing solo, but again, this would really be fun with a group of people and you're kind of racing against each other to get the clues. So either way, check it out, man. There's going to be a link in the description down below. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to, hit that thumbs up like button if you like the video, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell so you can stay updated every time I upload brand new videos. And I'll have plenty more spooky games coming for the rest of the month, guys. So be on the lookout. And until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.